In this part of the DVD you're selecting a moment is on the part 1 to part 8. This is the first part of the Chen style Tai Chi form. On this particular part, few things I need to remind you so you can understand. First thing is, it's very important that you do the basic exercise first. When you got the basic exercise, then it becomes simple and easier for you when you came in here to do this. Otherwise, you will find difficult to move your body around. And second important thing is you need to remember is where you start on the first part, when you finish on the last part is part 8, will be facing the same position again and same spot, and that's important. Now, if you're ready and get comfortable, let's begin. Feet like that, nice and relaxed. Nicely bring your feet out in the shoulder width height. From this position, lower your leg down and raise your hand nicely up. Don't try to over with the hand too high, shoulder high, nicely coming down. When you're coming down, make sure you turn your palm nicely coming down. When you've done that, halfway, turn your hand in like this, and then come in like you're doing for a job on here, and like you're holding a ball inside you here. When you're in this position, turn this hand over like this, and then change your leg, your hand on this side. When you're changing your hand on this particular side, make sure that your back is straight and your body remain in the center. When you've done this, you repeat on this side, the same on this side, and your body turn together. Okay? When you're doing this particular movement here, your hand is here, make sure that you're on the shoulder height. Lift the toe point upward on this so they can move forward, and make sure the hand is remaining in the same place. From here, forward, and then bring the other foot in to where the feet is. From here, on this position, make sure this hand turn and come out like that, and the feet coming out. So the feet out like this, the weight is on the back leg. This hand from here come up, and then you're in that position like that. When you're in that position, this hand in the back here, come forward, okay? So from here, come forward, and the hand will back in this position. Now when you come forward, make sure there is no weight in front here. Hand into here, lift the fist up and hit to the palm. 1, bring the feet up and like hand down, okay? When you're in that position, sometimes you're getting too close when you come into here, so the hand must be here. When you're in that position here, if you're too close, your feet, you can put the feet out this way slightly to create some more room so you can wide your leg out. So while you're here, this hand come forward and then feet coming out, so you create some more room on your leg. Hand like that. Now when you get in this position, make sure the hand is into the eye, okay, line, balancing your body, not too high and not too low. The other palm, make sure into your belly button down here, and make sure your back is straight when you're in that position here and comfortable. When you're in that position, this hand coming down to here, and this hand turn. When you turn yourself in this position here, this hand over here turn over, and then this hand come forward like this, and the back of the hand and this palm here will hit into your form like this, and your leg will be remain in this position, hand here. When you get yourself in that position here, this hand come forward like this and lift your feet up, and then down, and then back like this, twist. Now when you're in this position here, make sure there's no weight there as well, and your arm, your hand in the right places like this, okay? When you're in these places, turn your body over here, okay? And then from the shoulder, push. When you're pushing down here in the shoulder, make sure the leg is out properly. Feet point this way, and then hand is at right places like this. Okay, palm down here, back straight. From here, turn your hand over, back, and then out. So you're here. When you've done that, this feet coming inside here, out like that. Bring the weight of the leg coming here, and then transfer the weight back into here, and then lift it up, and then back into here. And that's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Now when you're in this particular movement here, make sure your leg and hand, and look where your palm is, yeah? Palm out, hand here. Bring your hand into here, and then down. Now, when you start to practice with this particular form, don't need to rush. Try to do as much as you can, and then spend some more time to get the quality of the movement up a little bit. If it's not doing the movement right and your feet is not strong enough, you will find very difficult to apply them into the application. So make sure the foundation you do is got to be done properly a little bit. Okay? Now if you are start to understanding the basic now, let me show you here how exactly it's done in normal speed. So when you start to practice, you can see the idea how it come out, will be look like. I recommend on this part, watch me how I do them first, so you can see how you do them later. Now when you start to, same thing, fit out like this, nicely coming out. And remember, what need to be fast, you need to be fast. And when you need to be slow, you need to be slow. So nicely and slow, and then turn. Make sure your whole body move together. Don't stop and start at any time. Turn your hand across here, and forward. And then come forward, hand up, and then down. Down here, twist your arm, and then back this way, and then come over. Twist your body, and then twist your hand, and down. Hand coming in, back into here, hand out, hand here, and transfer the weight back, and then come this way. Nice and easy, not hard at all. And that's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Try to practice as much as you can and try to do it properly. Make sure don't need to rush. When you start to rushing, you will have problem. Okay? I will be here 24/7 try to help you through it. So take your time. I will see you on next lesson. On this part of the DVD you select in a moment is on the part 2 of Gen style Tai Chi form. As you remember, on the part 1, I left you on this position on here. Now if you get yourself in this position and comfortable, and let's begin. Now while you're in this position here, okay, make sure that this feet remain where they are and this feet coming up. So up and this hand come up slow like this, up like this. 1, up, and then down like this, together. While you're in here, in this position, change the feet position like you're jumping across, and then this feet coming out, and this hand here come back out of that 1, and then this side come back at that 2. When you done this in this position, this hand coming inside and hand into here. From this position here, you punch out like that using your waist. And one hand should be on top to the chest, and one hand should be into the belly button when you hit. And I already explained to you already, when you hit, make sure it's this part of the fist will land. Okay? When you done this, make sure your back is straight as you see me. Don't lean forward at that, you lose balance here. Okay? Arm like this. When you done that, let go of the hand and palm out, nicely up like this. Then come up like that, up, and then up like that. Okay? When you're in that position, we'll change your feet again, this side like that. So your feet coming up, change sides, facing this here, and then hand out like that. Out, 1, and then bring this hand over like this. And then the weight transfer back here, and make sure when you change back here, the weight, the hand will turn in this, the hand in this position. Lift your hand up here, and then come back. So it's like opposite sides that I left you on a part 1, opposite side. So facing this way. And that's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Hand here, back, and then down. On this particular part, it's not too hard or it's not too much to remember. It's quite easy on this part, only a couple movements. Make sure that when your hand come up, do it properly, and when you turn your body, turn properly, and when you punch, use a lot of your weight, and that's important. Let me show you here how to do them properly in the normal speed, so you know how to practice when you start to practice with it. With your hand in this position here, and I remind you already, when you need to be fast, you need to be fast, and when you need to be slow, you need to be slow. So watch me how I do them. And here, up, turn, back, hit, up, to hand, turn, and then come back, and then here. And that is where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Hand in. When you start to work with this, make sure that you're moving your leg when you're jumping. The weight should be transferred properly, okay? Otherwise, you won't be able to move properly enough in the right time. And second thing is when you start to punch, make sure that your body got to be square and you punch out from the waist, and that's important. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD now, your slacking is on the part 3. On this particular part, I will continue to go through that I will left you on the part 2. As you remember on the part 2, I left you on this position here, okay, hand like this. Now if you get yourself in this particular position and feel comfortable, let's begin. Now from here, this hand here turn, so you come in like this, turn, and this hand here from here turn to the palm. And make sure when you work with this particular movement, it's using your waist to hit, twist, then hit. And this hand in coming to here, and this palm coming like that. Make sure you're in line, and palm like this, okay? Now when you're in this particular movement, this hand coming out like that, and the leg twist, turn like that, over, and then back, like that. So you're in that position here, this hand coming back again, your weight is not there, this hand coming back like this, okay? Up, and then down like that, down, here. When you start to come into here, this hand, leg in square line, hand to here, this hand coming out like that. And this feet will remain from here to here, so to create some more room for you. Hand up like this. When your hand come up like this, coming back, hand into here, and then this hand here turn, so like you pull something down like that. Down 1, and then this side twist, this hand coming over 2, and then this hand come back like that 3. When you done that, this hand coming inside like this coming here. So from here inside like this, close to your body, okay? And then from here, drop your weight down an elbow. Okay? Like I mentioned already, a lot to do with your waist. So when you elbow something, you go like this, is no point. So when you come here like this, you got to drop your weight down and turn. And your hand is here. Now when you elbow, make sure your leg is in line, body like this, so you know where the body movement are. From here, this hand here turn to the fist, and then out like that. So one arm up, one down, leg remain this way, and fist that way, down here. When you start to work with this, make sure that the feet will come forward like this, like that, yeah? The body turn this feet here, and then this feet coming back like that, and then this hand coming down here, okay? That's where you are. Now when you're in this particular movement here, turn your body back like this. When you turn your body back like this, on this position here, turn your leg up here, and then change, and then jump. Then you change it back on this side, opposite side here, okay? When you've done that, this hand coming in here, coming out 1, coming out 2, and drop your waist down here, so create some power, and then twist and punch. And that's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Coming up. Now when you start to work with this particular movement, it's important to understanding the basic exercise on the jumping. If you don't understand the basic exercise on the exercise you've done already on the jumping, and then you're coming in, you will find difficult to move your leg around and the hand position. So if you've got a rough idea where the hand is and where the feet is, become more easier for you. And make sure when you work with this, it's trying to do slowly to get the right first, then you can speed up when you need to be speed up, and when to be slow, you need to be slow so you know where to link together. Let me show you here how exactly it's done so you know how to do them. In this position, that's where you are here. Turn hand, palm, twist, forward, in, twist, then twist. Twist, jump, 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 back, and punch. And that is where we're going to leave you on this exercise. The idea is when you start to practice, make sure that the jumping have to be jumped properly from one to another, and make sure when you're jumping, the hand have to work together. Okay? So if you're working, just jumping and then just moving your hand, not your body, or moving your body, not your hand, then it's no good because your body is not working together. In a Tai Chi combat or Tai Chi Gen style tools, everything have to work together with whole body. Take your time to practice and get it right before you move it on. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD now, you're selecting is on the part 4. On this particular part, I continue to go through what I left you on part 3. As you remember, I left you on this side and the punch. Okay? Now when you get yourself in this particular position now, and let's begin. Now when you get in that position, when the punch and leg wide like this, hand here, lift the feet up, and this hand coming inside. Yeah, so the hand coming in here, hand inside, lift the feet up, change the feet position and leg coming out. From here, grab the hand and elbow. Okay, make sure the elbow turn, the waist coming in, turn, elbow come along. Now when you done this particular movement, make sure your leg is in the position like this, otherwise you won't be able to create enough power. From here, lift the feet up, so you lift the feet up like this, and this hand open out. From here, turn, like that, and this hand come across like this. So your feet come back like this, and hand go back like this, 1, and then back like this, and then back like that again, 2, and then turn. From here, come back, and then feet come back like that again, 1, and then back. From here, make sure the feet will turn, okay? Now from here, make sure the feet from here and the hand and the feet together turn. Twist your body and you're facing this way. Feet like this, hand like that, particular movement. Keep your feet here to drag your leg forward. 1, drag your leg forward. 2, drag your leg 3. Now from here, twist your hand in here, okay, and then turn like that. So you're in line like this, okay, hand like this. Make sure your hand is up, feet is up here, then down like that. You do opposite now. 1, then back again like that. 2, and then back like that again. 3. And soon you've done that, your body turn from here, turn back to center, so you're in line like this yourself. Back to center, this hand here, from this position here, back to the center, and elbow. When you turn the elbow here, your leg is remain in the right places. Elbow coming up like this, and don't lean. Make sure the back is straight when you elbow. From here. When you turn that, this hand coming up, and this feet coming up. Changing the hand and feet together, and then this side. Okay, hand down. When you hand down to here, this hand is a twist. 1, then 2, lower your leg down again, and then from here, turns out to the punch, and then punch. It's same at the place I will leave you on the beginning. So that's where you're facing, the same spot again, here. That's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. When you start to work with this particular movement, it's quite a few things you need to remember. The important thing is step and elbow. Now the idea is when you start to work, show you on this particular angle, you can see what I mean. When you're here, You have to lift the feet up and hand like this. Okay? Fist like that, hand like this, then change. When you're here, you have to elbow, and then you go like this is no good. Make sure you like twist. Like that, yeah? Like that. That's important to understanding the twist of your body. If you're not understanding that, you will find problem or create power. On Chen style Tai Chi, it's a lot to do with power and movement correctly. If your body movement is not correctly, it's very difficult for you to generate a lot of power. Second thing you will need to understanding is particular bit here of the hand, like that. Now this bit here, you turn one, and then this hand go back like that. Make sure to go back wide, and this feet go back together, and then turn, and then go wide like that. That's important when you start to move, okay? When you start to moving the movement back, this hand here, this feet, from this particular leg like this, have to turn. So you turn round like this. So when you hear that turn, then like that. That need to be fast when you move. When you move, you drag forward and you twist like that. And the hand got to be come out like this. And you center and the elbow. All this particular movement have to perform in such a way that you can power of your body need to be used properly. If you don't using your weight properly when you elbow, you will more likely pull in the muscle. Now all this particular movement you're doing, you will be able to use in a combat because it's a very important of the movement of your body and the muscle you're using every part of it. Okay, so it's important to practice them properly. Let me show you here how to do them properly in the normal speed so you know how to do them. So you're in this position here. Okay, watch me how I do them. When you get up, turn, and then back. Slowly, then back, twist, back, then twist, back, twist, back, twist, back, then punch. And that's where we're going to leave you on this exercise. It's important to remember that when you practice this, each part, and then later on, when you go to the part 8, when you finish them all, you're coming into the full form to link them all together. So each part you've done it properly, and then you can move it on. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD you're selecting now is on the part 5 of Chen style Tai Chi. On this particular part, I continue to go through what I left you behind on a part 4. As you remember, I left you on this side, the punch on this side. Okay, now if you get yourself in this position here, and let's begin. From this particular position, lift your hand up like this, and then bring this feet in, side, coming in. Hand into here, okay? Change the position of your body, and then fist from the here coming out like that, and then out. And then bring the feet up, this like coming in here like that, feet out, and then out. And then hit out like that too. Make sure when you do the hit out on here, using your back of the fist here to hit, and make sure your body is straight, otherwise you will have problem. When you come out like that, you do one more of this, feet up again, here and out, 2. When you're done 3 of that movement, change the position, up like this and change, and then out like that. Then up again, 2, and then up again, 3. Now when you've done 3 of this, make sure when you hit, you see on this angle my body, when I hit, back is straight, body here. When you come out like that, the hand is slightly curved, so you can able to hit the movement. Now from here, this hand come in here, out of that 1, then bring the feet back from here, bring the feet back. This hand here 2, and then come back to that to block 3. Now when you're in that position again, the weight should be on the back leg, nothing here. Your arm is in position like this. Okay? When you get yourself in this particular position, this feet, this hand come forward like this. Yeah, this hand forward, this feet lift it up, like this. Change the position, and then from here, use your weight to hit, out like that, okay? When you done that, lift the feet up on the turn, on the movement, yeah, up, then back, then change the position out like this. So in line, not your hand down like this, okay? Now when you done that particular movement here, lift the feet up again, this side, and then change, and then hand down like that, okay? Bring your hand into here, then bring into here like that, lower your leg down, and then punch. And that is where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Now, when you start to work with this movement, like I mentioned to you already before, it's on a basic exercise. We'll go through the jumping from one to another. And the particular thing is important is the waist hit. Few things I need to remind you. When you do the waist hit on the movement, because you're moving, make sure you don't over twist with your waist. Yeah? So make sure when you hit, the waist must be in the center, the back must be straight, the arm is not over lean, must be in line like this. Yeah? If you're not doing the form properly on all the exercise, when you come to the application, you won't be able to hit anything. That is a very, very important issue. So when you practice, make sure you do it properly, okay? Everything you do, if you're doing something, make sure that you're doing something right and do it properly. Otherwise, when you get there, want to use them, you cannot use them. So remember that. Second thing I need to remind you, when you start to moving your body from one to another, when you're doing the hit, and again, hit is the back of the arm when you hit, and using your waist to hit, not just the arm alone. Remember that. If you don't hitting with the waist and whole body, you won't generate enough power to do so. So when you start to practice with the form, make sure you practice properly. Let me show you here how exactly it's done, so you know how to practice. Make sure I remind you again. The time you need to be fast, you need to be fast. Time to need to be slow, you need to be slow. So that's very important. Now, when you're in this position here already, okay, let me get into a position here, and then start. When you're here, feet up, back, 2, change, hand, twist, back, turn the hand, and twist, punch, and that is where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise here. Hand, now the idea is when you start to practice with this, make sure the movement is not stop in between. Everything have to move together. Practice as much as you can and spend more time to understanding your body. That's very important. If you're not understanding your body, you will find problem with moving around. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD you select in a moment is on the part 6 of Gen style Tai Chi form. On this particular part, I will continue to go through what I left you behind on a part 5. As you remember, on a part 5, I left you here on this particular angle, and the punch come out like this. Now, I will continue to go through from here so you know exactly how each move going to be done. From this particular position, turn your hand into here at the block 1, and then turn the hand to here, block 2. When you've done this particular movement, make sure you lower your leg down like this. Okay, so in line, like this, leg wide like this on the part, and hand in this position like that. Okay, lower your body down. Make sure that your leg is low enough so your hand is this. Lift the feet up like this, and then turn your body across here, and then coming up, change the palm here on the hand here. So when your hand in the back, and then palm, and the hand on your waist, palm, like that. When you've done this, lift the feet up, and then hand turn like that. Okay, back of that. Hand out. 1, and then out like this. 2, and then out like this. And 3, like this. When you've done that, lift the hand up like this, then change the body position, like that, and then come back. 1, on the side like this, and then 2, back, and then 3. When you've done the free hand movement, this hand coming inside, then bring the feet back in here, on the line like this, up, then kick. And when you kick, make sure it's on the side like this. Back, on that, change the position, then again kick the same on that side. Now when you've done the particular kick here, change the hand position into here, then change the leg and hand down. Drop your hand, 1, then 2, hand into here, and then punch. And that is where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. The whole idea is when you're working with this particular movement, it's learning about the single hand move. On this particular single hand move, it's important to know where your hand is supposed to go with your feet, okay? Coordinate together. And second thing is when you're kicking. Now the idea is when you start the kicking, on the kick, make sure the hand come up and the feet is like this. So you're in line like this, hand like that. The line of the feet must be in at this position, so you strike into the legs area here or to the chest area here. This it really matter where you are, your hand like that when you're coming in. When you start to work with this particular movement on the hand here, this feet and turn. So your hand come up like this and the feet come back like that, okay? So when you finish, this hand will be in that position. When you come in that position, then you can jump and then hand like this, okay? That's the way the position is, and then come back and then punch. Now when you start to work with this particular movement, when you turn and then kick, when you kick, make sure you kick hard and hand out and lock your body properly and then lower your body down and then kick again. Okay, that's the few things you need to remember. And second is when you start to move with hand like this, over like this, hand like this, make sure you're using a lot of your waist to move so the hand come down like this, with the form come down properly. All this movement is very important to need to understand. If you don't understand them very well, you need to practice a bit more. Otherwise, when you come to the application side or need to use it in a combat zone, you will find it very difficult to use in it. Let me show you here how exactly it's done so you know how to practice with this. That's what we're going to leave you on this particular one here. From here, this hand comes at 1, 2, hand out like that. Twist your body, twist, the hand go 1, 2, and 3. Feet back, turn, 1, 2, and 3. Kick, kick, chop, back, and punch. And that's where we're going to leave you on this exercise. When you start to work on this particular movement, make sure that you go together, okay? It's quite long sequence. When you start to working with it and understand each sequence properly, then you can go into the part A and then practice all of them together, each part, and then go to the full form and link them all back on again. Practice as much as you can and try to do the best as you can. I will see you on to the next lesson. In this part of the DVD you select in the moment is on the part 7 of Gen style Tai Chi form. You nearly get there now, it's one more to go. This particular part here, I will go through with you so you can understand how to do things. If you get yourself in this position already, and this particular part, and trying to get here, you're getting up to the very good standard already. So if you start to practice what you are supposed to be practiced on, you will finish in the form very quickly. As you remember on the part 6 where I left you on this angle here, and hand like this. Now on this particular bit here, now if you get yourself in this particular movement here, I will guide you along. From here, lift your body and hand turn your body like this, so transfer the weight here. When you transfer from here to here, the hand down to the floor. When you down here, the legs straight out. From here, you sweep across like this. When you done that, then you're changing the feet on this side again, and change the hand on this side and leg out like that. And then back sweep on this side. When you done this particular back sweep there, this hand come up and body turn. Back like this. And then hand come in here, and then coming back like this. And then punch. When you done the punch, this hand come up here, and this feet coming inside, and then like back sweep there, this hand come up and body turn. Back like this. And then hand come in here, and then coming back like this. And then punch. When you done the punch, this hand come up here, and this feet coming inside, and then like you have the hand in here, in both hands like this. Change the feet position, and both hands in here, and hit from the waist. Here. When you're doing this particular hit, make sure you don't over lean. Make sure you're in line like this when you hit. Okay? Then when you done that, make sure the hand, when you hit, is there from the waist, and then back again. From here, lift the feet up again on this side, okay? Coming in, up, and then change the position on this side, and then back, and then hit again. When you done the movement here, make sure that one is facing up and that one facing down. Hand into here, okay? When you're in that position like that, lift the feet and hand up again, and then back this side, and hand here, and then go back to the punch again. Like that. And that's where we're going to leave you on this particular exercise. Now when you start to work with this particular movement here, it's important to understand the sweep. When you do the sweep, transfer the weight properly. If you not transfer the weight properly, you will find difficult to move in your body. So make sure to transfer the weight properly. The idea is when you come down to sweep, is turn your body from here, turn, like that, okay? When you get here already, you got to make sure to turn, like that, so you're in line. From here, your body come up. So in line, the body come up, okay? And then when you go and punch. Now when you've done the punching already on this particular movement on the punch here, this weight will transfer back here like this. Boom, like that. And then this weight will come back here, like this, here, okay? And then this weight will come back here, like this. Yeah, so basically from here, and then from back here again. Okay. So the jumping side is important to need to practice. If you practice this properly already on the jumping side, then you will be able to perform them easily. Let me show you here how exactly it's done so you know how to do them properly. Get yourself in this position here like this, then turn. Back, punch, and that's where we're going to leave you on this exercise. Try to do as much as you can and try to do it properly. Make sure that your movement you do it, the movement you're twisting got to be neat a little bit, and know how to control the weight well. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD you'll select in a moment is on the part 8. This is the last part of the Chen style Tai Chi form. If you get there and you practice getting up to the standard and get to this part, I congratulate you that you nearly finished the Chen style Tai Chi form. When you start to practice with this particular movement here, as you remember on the part 1 we're facing here, in a minute when we finish, we should be facing on this particular position and the same spot again. When you practice, make sure you need to remember that, otherwise you will go in the wrong way. As you remember the part 7 I left you on here. Now when you're in this particular here, if you get yourself in this position now, let's begin. When you're here, this hand coming up like this, coming back, then back here. Okay, hand into here. When you done that, your leg is square. Make sure that your hand come out like that to punch. Like that. When you forward here, the leg is square again. Don't lean or anything. Okay, make sure you're using the hand out like this. When you done that, turn the feet from here, turn it forward so you can come in and punch. 1, that. Then back again, 2, like that. And then back again, 3. 1, twist, 2, twist, 3. And then done that, turn both hands in here like this, in that position. When you done this, lift the feet up and then turn. You change here on that position. When you hear both hands grab like this and then turn and then hit with the waist like this. Yeah, here, hand out like that. And remember, one hand facing down and one hand facing up. Make sure you're in line. And when you look at this, you don't overlean. You're here in that position. Done this, lift the feet and hand up like this and hand in that position here. Lift your feet up, turn your feet along and then turn like that over. Again, same thing. One fist coming out and one fist coming in. Turn your body like that. Okay? When you here go like this position, then you step forward and then come back an elbow. Here. When it's done the elbow, forward again, elbow, hand out like that. Okay? Now when you done the elbow come out like that, this hand here, forward, feet forward like this, hand out like that. Here to the fist, from here, the fist, sweep the leg like this, so your fist here, sweep the leg like that, lock, twist this leg coming down, and hand from here, using the waist, come back to the square, and then twist and arm here, elbow, like that, okay? Elbow coming inside here, both hands coming like this, and then forward yourself, and then here. Now that's where you are, feet like this, hand here, come up, and then down like that. Come up here, and that is all there is to it on this part, number 8. Very simple and easy to do if you understanding the movement of your body. Try to practice as much as you can on each one and make sure when you do the jumping, jump them properly. Otherwise, if you don't jump properly, you won't be able to turn your body in the right places for you to hit. It's all to do with body balance, weight transfer, and center of gravity. Let me show you here some of the movements that you need to concentrate on. For example, when you start to work on a punching, for instance, hand here to punch, style forward like that to punch, okay? So when you come here, 1, 2, 3, hand here, lift the feet up and hand and feet turn from here. So when you here, lift the feet up, you turn like that, and then you jump in again in a line. Your body should be in here already in this way. So for you to come back to hit, so make sure your weight is transferred properly before you come back and to hit. Same thing as you do in this side. Your body back like that, yeah? So you're ready to come and to hit with the waist. Otherwise, very difficult for you to hit with the waist. When you've done that, this hand got to come back properly, elbow. Now when you elbow, you don't see me lean like this. So you got to make sure you're in line like this. And then when you come out, you're in line like this, yeah? And that's important. Then you come back here, feet, hand. That's important. When you've done that, like, make sure your leg come together and lock. And then twist. Hand into here and then elbow. Okay? Feel of this movement is important to understand where the weight is. If you don't understanding where is the weight, you will find difficult to transfer the weight from one side to another. Let me show you here how exactly it's done so you know how to do them. When you get yourself in this position here, okay, hand up, out, turn, turn, And that's all there is to this particular part. When you start to practice, finish them up to here now. Then go to the full form and link them all back together. Then when you start to link them back together, you will understanding where to move your hand and where not to move your hand. Make sure your weight got transferred properly, and that's very important. Take your time to practice. Don't need to rush. Make sure that when you practice something, doing properly. Otherwise, no point doing it. It will last you for generations to come. So make sure that your body is good when you practice. And when you start to practice a lot of this, you can perform them in application easily. Good luck to your training, and I will see you again on the next one of my DVD. In this part of the DVD, just select in a moment, you probably seen the first one already on the application. Here, I will explain to you on to the application, the movement, how you do them. The few things you remember when you practice on application, make sure you're doing the movement properly. Let me explain to you here so you know exactly how to do each one properly. Let me borrow you again, Tay. Now, when you start to work on application, second thing is you need to understand as well onto the movement when you do them, have to react them properly. At this present moment, I will explain to you the first one. When he come into hit me, when he hit this hand on the side like this, on the side this, come to block, okay, up like that. Soon that hand block like this over, this hand will turn to the grab. When this hand to the grab, change your body position, coming in like this, Now when you hit, make sure that you go like that, it won't do anything. Make sure you're using your weight to hit. Now when you're in that high like this, you hit, you won't do much on the movement. So you low slightly your body down, turn your hand to the curved position like this. So when it land inside like that, cut through, so boom like that. Soon he boom in to this particular movement, he feel in pain. When he in pain, you turn this hand over like this, yeah? This hand turn over like this and push like that. And that is how you do that particular one. Let me put it again. When you work with this, few thing is very important for you to understand. It's when you block, okay? So when you're turning the hand, got to turn your hand properly, and then change the position, have to be in time, okay? And lower your body position down. So you can boom, you hit like this. As you're moving in, okay, that's important. If you don't turn your body down, you won't be able to do it. While you get here, this arm here, elbow me, it's going to be hard. You understand that? Hard, because you're forcing your hand this way. If you go like this, close to you, and that's when he's going to take your face. So to make sure your hand is like this when you hit. When you done that, you're in that position, make sure your arm is locked, and from here, turn your hand over and push. And your hand is in this position. And that's where you like it, like that. And that is the first on to the exercise of the application. I see you on to the next one. On this bit now, you're watching through already, is the fast bit onto the application. Let me show you here how to using that particular movement in this particular bit you're watching now, so you know, got the idea. Otherwise, you haven't understanding it and you don't know how to use them. Let me bother you, Tai. Now, on this particular bit here, when he coming to punch you, when he punch me, I'll turn this hand opposite. Now, let's get that hand like normal like this when he punch. This hand turn from here, turn, okay? This hand turn on other side like this. When you come in here, change the hand position, okay? Hit. Again, lower your body down, and your hand is curved, opposite side to him. I mentioned to you many times already, this hand must be locked. Otherwise, you're going to get elbow in the face. Remember that. Otherwise, you're going to get hurt. Turn your body here. When you've done that, he will come in punch from this side. Move your body back like this. Okay, back here again, I'll show you. Okay, punch slowly, see. Hand from here. When you're coming in, yeah? Punch, you're moving your body back like this. Okay? When you've done that, change the position of your hand and change the position of your body. So one hand into the forearm here, on the wrist, one hand into the elbow here, okay? And then pull. Now when you pull, make sure that you don't go in and pull like this, yeah? Ground yourself. Don't pull like this, yeah? Back straight and then using your arm to pull that down like this, to pull them. So pull like this, yeah? On this particular one. Now when you start to work on this, make sure that when you hit and then you move, you have to move quickly. Let me put it quickly again. If you start to work with this and not move your body fast enough, you want to get the hit in the face. So make sure you move fast enough on that. Now when you come in again, he punch on this side, hit. Now when that come in hit, when he punch, you know it's the punch coming in here. That's why you prepare for that particular punch coming in here. When he punch, your body turn, okay? Soon your body turn, make sure that will grab, pull your hand back. It will be hard. You understand? And then from here, we're changing the position of your body on the leg here, change to this position. So you're in line, okay? And your arm is here, okay? Now from here, all you need to do is just pull them, okay? Pull them away like this. That's all you need to do. And that is all there is to it on this particular application. I will see you on to the next one. Then this part of the DVD you're selecting now already. You're watching through the first one already onto the application side. Let me explain to you here how to do it on this particular application so you know how to do them. Let me borrow you that. When you work with this particular application, yeah, it's quite important to understanding your body. If you practice the form properly and practice well, you will quite balance and understand the movement. If you not, you will have problem on working on this particular application. Now, when you come and punch me, your hand, like I mentioned already, block like this. And then come in to hit. It's the same movement you're hitting here. And then from here, you still got to put it on and then you push like this. Yeah? What you're trying to do is try to elbow on this side, on his rib. Just try to broken couple his rib. So the eye, boom, hit here. And it's not going down yet. And he can't elbow you, elbow me. It's difficult. Then that's what you're trying to create the power. From here, he's going to get annoying with you. And he's going to hook you from here. Soon that come in, this hand come across like this, quickly. And this hand coming down here. When you've done that, this hand coming inside like this, and your body remain in the center. All you do then is pump. And then you bump him off with your shoulder. When I pump or move anything, you make sure your body is balanced like this in here. Don't lean, don't twist, don't turn. If you start to twist too much, you won't be able to pump because you're losing the movement of your body. So make sure your body come in pump properly. Come in, let me show you again. Now when you work with this, okay, it's important that your partner have some good equipment. Otherwise, you will not able to pull the technique out properly, and you cannot done it's supposed to be done. Okay? So when you start the punching coming in, this hand remain the same. Step in and hit boom, from here. Okay? Boom, come in here. And then from there, make sure you turn your hand. So you hit him, and he's gonna punch you. When he says punch, this hand across. Okay? Because he's gonna hook here, this hand boom, across. Quickly to access the movement, his shoulder. Boom. And that is how you practice with that particular one. Play with your partner and don't hit them too hard. I will see you on next lesson. On this bit of the DVD, you're already watching through the first one already on the movement. Let me show you here how to really do it so you know how to play. Let me borrow your die. Now on this particular one here is slightly different onto the attack. When you start coming punching, you do exactly the same hand. Okay, this hand coming down like this, and this hand comes straight from the hand here, straight to elbow, straight into the from here to the palm. When you start to palm him from here, make sure you step in a bit more, and then you palm like this, like that, yeah. And when you palm, make sure you're using this part of the hand, and then you're using the waist to hit. Okay, so come in again slowly. One. This hand coming inside quickly, so you don't pull the hand away quickly. So when you can come in like this, yeah, palm. When he start to hook you from here, this hand cut across, okay, hook, this hand cut across, change the position of your hand, and this hand is still there, and this hand is here. Hit, like that, okay? And then from here, boom, and then kick him off. Now on this particular bit there, you will see it's on the foam, that. Now you can kick it to the knee, if you wish to. If you cannot kick that high, you can kick to the kneecap, or you can kick to the groin, or you kick to the chest. But on this particular one, I'll show you how to kick to the chest side. Now let me show you movement again. Normally coming in on the side, so when you come in attack on the side, turn your body on the side like this. Hand here, palm. Okay, make sure that keep hold of this hand. If you hit him too hard like this, yeah, and you don't let go of the hand and he come in again. So when you come in here, hit him too hard like this, and you don't cut the hand, you're able to find him. Okay, so come in again. So to make sure when that coming in, palm, keep hold of that. And then he'll hook you. Soon as that coming in, make sure that is the block. Okay, coming in, block. Inside the wrist here, okay, make sure that inside the wrist here, so the arm hit the block. And the second hand coming, you make sure you turn your body on using the form here to cut through him. Like that. Soon as that coming in, he's very in pain. Soon as that in pain, your arm out of this and then kick. Boom. Like that. And that is all to it on this particular exercise. Don't hit too hard with your partner if you haven't got equipment on. When you have the equipment on, you can use it properly so you, when in a reality, you can pull the technique out. I see you on to next bit. This is the last bit on the application on this particular part there. Now on this particular bit here, I will explain to you a little bit about the hand, how to move your hand and pushing. Now, some of you watching through this and you see the palm coming in, the shoulder palm coming, the hand coming in, it won't do much. If you have doubt, you know where to call me and I will sort it out for you. Don't think too much about the movement, it's not going to do much. When you come and see me, I will show you how exactly it's done. When you're watching my DVD through this, you listen to how I do things. First, for your eye, it look good. Then you coming in, then your body will feel it. So bear in mind, if you want to know a little bit more, you know where to call us, and I will explain a bit more. Tai, come in, let me bother you again. Now, on this particular bit here, when you come in punch, when you come and punch me, and turn my hand this way. When you punch me this way, I will come in underneath again. As soon as I come in underneath here, I'll put him in this particular movement here. Now, remember one thing, when you do any of this movement, you have to offset him on the line. If you come into here like that and try to push, you won't be able to push him. So you make sure When that coming in, have to offset the hand, okay? The hand here. If it's the body straight, for instance, and then hand like this, you more control here, yeah, on the line. So it offset him, and the body offset. Then from here, then you can push, okay? Back here again. Now the whole idea is when you come in is using this particular hand to place your hand in the right places when you start to move. When you punch coming in this hand, whoom, and when you come in this hand, whoom. Now, for example, when you come in here, when you come underneath the hand here, with the forearm underneath here, you accidentally broken his arm already. So remember that when you come in, not like the fairy touching you up. That's why called Tai Chi combat, meaning combat when you're coming in. Soon that coming in, when the hand come in, you see underneath the arm here, this hand is already cut underneath the elbow here. You understand me? Not into the elbow. If you touch your arm like this to the elbow, you're going to broken your arm. So your hand come across like this. When you cross like this, your hand is in line and you're placing your arm form here into here. When you place your forearm into here, you push. Now he off line at the moment, okay? So you push. That's when you're going to push him like this, okay? Let me pause a second. If you put your hand in the wrong places like this, when I push him, he turn your body. You won't able to push because you're not in control of his body. So remember this. If you're in control of his body, he cannot do much because you're in control here. Okay? You can push him from here. You can push him from here, like this, if you wish it to. You can push him from here. Why we chose to push him from here? Because again, his forearm here on the back of the arm here. So I put some movement into this, like that. So it hurting him a bit more when I'm sending him away, like this. Yeah? Because in Tai Chi combat, thank you for that. In Tai Chi combat, it hit you hurt internally, not externally. When you get hit, you go home, then you start to feel it tomorrow morning, not straight away. So when you train with your partner, make sure that you do it properly. And if you're not sure, you make sure that you contact me. So I try to help you much as I can. I see you on the next part of the DVD. Welcome back on this part of the DVD you select in a moment. I assume that you're already watching through some of the fast one already. Now you get a bit confusing there, that some of the movement getting a bit too powerful and too good and that cannot be done and so and so and so. Let me explain to you and show you here how exactly done so you know exactly how to do things. Remember when you do any form of Tai Chi combat, you have to feel like the Tai Chi. So you got to do it like the Tai Chi. Otherwise, you come in, try to hit them, try to do the movement. Like when you practice on the form, you will have problem. So make sure that when you practice on Tai Chi combat, the application, you will think like you in the combat. Otherwise, you cannot pull the technique out. Let me put it you, Dave. Now, let me tell you a little bit about this so you know. In certain time and a place for certain movement you're using, okay, your body position, you have to understandings about Tai Chi size. It's a time and a place for use your body, high and low. Otherwise, you cannot generate power. On this particular one here, when he punched me, I'm using the same hand block. Now, you will sit there and wonder yourself, why whole of the DVD using the same block? If you want to learn something and learn something right, I need to show you, do them over again for 1,000 times before you can understand the block. Otherwise, if I show you 20 different or 400 different blocks, you will get confused. And what you're going to do? Sit there and moan about you cannot learn it? So remember, when you practice it, if you've done it right, you can pull the technique out. If you've done it wrong, you cannot pull anything out. So when he coming in, when he punch, hand here. Turn this hand across, this hand change. This hand coming to the palm, boom, onto the hand. When the palm coming in, automatically, because it loose, he will hit himself, of course. Okay? So when the hand comes in, make sure onto the wrist here, boom. And when he comes in to hook me again, this hand come along. When the hand coming in for the hand here, you got to make sure your hand, you cut across, okay? Hand, across. This hand is already inside here. When that across, make your move of your leg inside him. And the elbow will instantly land. Okay, land like this, in here. The more balanced you are, the body, the more power you will be able to push him out. If you put in less balance of your body and you tilt and you twist and you can't even, first, let me tell you a little this about this so you can understand. Practice the form for a long time to get your body balanced before you can move any technique out from the form to the application. In China, people training for 20 years before they can hit anything or move anything. So when you're doing Tai Chi, make sure that you got to get the form properly and balance your body before you can do any movement. Otherwise, you lost balance and you fall down, you can't hit anything. So get that clear. Let me bother you again. So the whole idea of this, when you coming in, hand, palm. When you palm, listen to me. So when I tell you, so you know. When you practice on the Tai Chi, a lot of fairy hand like this. When you palm, you break your own wrist, not alone and hurt anybody else's. So that is why when you train in Tai Chi combat, when you palm, tense your hand like this. Yeah? So you're hurting him. When he hook comes in, the hand and feet will remain, this hand on here, inside. So he cannot try to grab you this side. When you're in here, make sure that, try to put hand in, you control more tense here. So the whole idea is when you practice on the form, fairy hand too much, your hand is not intense, then when you push in, then you lift and fall over. When he push, he will have problem. Elbow here, and just walk in. And that is all there is to this, on this particular one. I see you on to next bit. I assume that you're already watching the first one already, and you're still there watching me. Now the whole idea is, I try my best to try to teach you something. You will find me like a little bit arrogant, telling you this. But mind you, if when I start learning from my master, if he treat me like this, I feel very grateful because I know he cares for me. Every time I do in this DVD and show the world my technique and skill, everything I put on is give you the whole idea and understanding. I'm not here to babysit you. I'm not here to patronize you. I'm here to try to teach you something. It needs to be done in reality so you can get that in your mind. Let me show you the second technique. You will find this quite interesting. Let me borrow you that. Now, on this particular one here, as you understanding about the Tai Chi side, it's a lot of diversion. How you diverge them if they're strong? It's all about the smaller you are. It doesn't matter how big you are. You're diverting the power of him and use against him. Let me show you this movement so you got roughly how to deal with it. Now, when he come and punch me, I turn this hand over as I show you many times. And don't tell me you forget about this one already. This hand come up like this, then this hand change, palm in, and then he hook me. Hook this hand here, this hand underneath here, across. Okay? Hand here. So you grab in the shoulder. Let me tell you one thing you can understand. Why do I grab the shoulder, not the arm? The arm is too short and it's too easy to pull, and he will let it go by turning the elbow, for instance. If I grab in the shoulder, it's difficult for him to pull and move away because it's more solid, little bit near to the shoulder because it controls the whole body. On this bit here, what you should do is turning your body in here, and your shoulder got to be against his shoulder, closer you can. The closer you are into his shoulder, the harder for him to elbow you in the face. So get that clear when you work with this. Shoulder here, elbow me. It's going to be hard because he cannot move. If he hit elbow, then he will come to your face. So when you're doing this, the hand must be dropping here, arm in his shoulder, and one hand underneath here. If you're not strong enough, shoulder underneath here, turn your leg and twist. And when you twist, bring your arm in this line, and if you mind whether this is the arm just in this particular movement here, for you to elbow him to the chest, like this. And that is how you practice with this particular one. If you work with this movement properly, you can be able to diverge him, someone, when they punch you, twist them, they will turn them over, and then elbow them, take them down, because they haven't got a clue what's going on. Let me show you quickly, so you know how to do it. Let me borrow you again. Okay, now, when he come to punch, as you know, boom, palm. When he punch again, hand block, straight away here, under the hand here, cut. Now, two-way to it. If you're here and you break the shoulder, the arm here, accidentally, then it's okay. Nobody asks you to punch me, is it? If you punch me, I'm going to break the arm, just like this. But I like him, so I don't want to break his arm yet. Make sure the arm is in underneath here so they can pull him. This hand controls them. Shoulder will go in, body turn round like this. Twist your body over here, and when you get here, make sure the elbow will land. And make sure when you land your elbow in, land in solidly. I will see you on the next bit. On this part of the DVD you're selecting now, you're already watching through the first one already on this already. Let me show you through how to using this particular one here. Now, I'm assuming to feel that the whole idea of this particular training, you're quite interesting on understanding about the power, because it's Tai Chi combat too. And I think that on the first Tai Chi combat, you probably got that already. And you're quite interested on the movement, how the Tai Chi really done in this particular way. Let me show you on this particular one here, in reality, on the movement, so you know how to play with this. Let me show you. Let me borrow you Tai. Now, on this particular bit here, it's important when you need to learn how to block properly and palm. Let me borrow you Tai. Come in. On this bit here, when he punch, like I mentioned to you already before, that I only show you couple block. Okay? Because I show you couple block, because for you to learn, to understand them. So that's why we do it this way, easy for you to understand. So when he punch come in, you block and palm to the chest. Okay? Like I mentioned, the palm to the chest, make sure that using this part here, right in the solar plexus area. And you make sure you hit him hard. Boom! Like that. And he will punch you. Soon as this punch comes in, you turn this hand over like that to block, and then grab, change the leg. Yeah? This is important, this one. Change the leg, and this leg go inside. While that one go inside, this hand still hold, change, and then turn your whole body over, and then elbow. Like this. Okay? Now, of course, on this particular movement, you sit there and wonder, when I start turning, he already hit me in the face. You're not wrong there, you know. If you got that in your mind, you're quite clever. But let me tell you something. If I'm going to palm you in the chest, and your chest is king and nearly dead, do you think you're going to hit me on this hand? Huh? Is that wake you up yet? Don't try to be too clever with me. When I made this DVD, I tell you exactly how it's done. If you got a problem with learning this, you know where to find me. Let me show you again so you know. When he punch coming in, block, palm. Now when that land here in, and he try to hit me, one on the arm here, if I want to, I can boom on it and try to kill him already. But the whole idea is I got this hand here, and he's half dead. When I coming over, if I turn my body here, over, when that over, I already turn, very difficult for him to use this hand. For me to change this hand, my body already turned. When I'm turned, I already, let's hit him to the chest. And if I like him, I hit him to the chest. If I don't like him in the pub, I'm going to whack him in the face and make sure his teeth falling off. But the idea of this is, let me explain to you through this. So when you practice, depends how you want to do them. This doesn't really matter. But the idea is you need to learning and understanding this basic principle why you do that movement. I see you on the next part of the DVD. Welcome back on this part. I assume you're still here watching me and quite enjoyable, don't you think? But the idea is I need to make this a little bit enjoyable for you so you can understand it. Don't get too serious about it, you know what I mean? But when you come to learn with me, I want to teach you the right thing. So that's why I got to make sure you are learning the right thing. Otherwise, you have a problem, wasting money. What's the point of buying something that the person don't teach you nothing? And always the secret of the power. I waving hand for 20 hours. I get a G power come from somewhere. G power? What is that? So the idea is when you're joining in our martial art, the Tai Chi combat, we have all different ones. It's no G power. It's a reality. So let me show you on this one. You might like it. Let me borrow your tape. Now on this one here, like I mentioned you already before, let me borrow you. It's learning, understanding the body. Now the body is a very important, okay? Let me show you on this when he punch you. When he punch, you turn your hand to block like this, as I mentioned to you many times already. But I keep reminding you because you know human being is very easy to forget. So remind you, hand like this. When you understand this, your shoulder will land with the body, like this. And you know what happens when you do that? The arm is broken through your shoulder. When you're trying out with your partner, make sure he tenses your arm a bit. But mind you, if you don't like him, you can break your arm. But remember, if you break your arm, you've got nobody to play with. So think before you do anything. So grab here. Turn your shoulder. When you turn your shoulder, make sure to here, not to the elbow. He's going to break your shoulder. So don't cry if he does that to you. Arm fold up close here, wide apart on this line. Shoulder land like this. And that's when you're going to knock him down the floor. When he done that, he punch me this side. Give yourself some room here. Yeah? So when you come in here, when you come in, turn this hand over again. Make sure that this hand in line. You see that bit here? It's the part of the spare rib just ready for you to eat. Nicely and tender. Shoulder will land right there. Shoulder stronger than this. Leg coming in, change. And that is how you do this particular one. And make sure it's all to do with the body balance, weight transfer, and center of gravity, you move your body. If you react your body properly, firm, and understanding the hand, you will create a lot of power, and it's very, very dangerous. Let me recap you again and show you again so you know. So you understand how to do it. Let me borrow you there. Now when he coming to punch you, block the hand and then change. Same time as you turn. When you done that, you coming in, he punch, turn this hand over nicely here. If you want to, you can punch him. But we don't show that at the moment here. I show you something more better. Using shoulder coming in, arm like this, you take him down. Here, shoulder, like that. Make sure your body in line, shoulder bump coming in. And that is all there is to this exercise. I see you again. Welcome back on this part now. As you're already watching through the first one already, and now, as you can see in this one, you've just been watching through, is it quite confusing, yeah? But doesn't matter. It's getting more confusing later on. But I try to help you here to get you to understanding the art, the quality technique of the movement, not just messing around and thinking that you're learning something. I will teach you something that is worthwhile to have for generations to come. Hear me out on this. Let me show you some new technique on this and explain to you about it so you understand how to play around with this. When you play around with your partner, this one try to be nice to him because it's going to be quite dangerous, you know. Let me show you how to do it. Let me borrow your tape. Now this part here is going to be quite of the movement, so you got to be understanding your body a bit more and control. Let me show you here how to control your body and understand it. When you start the punching coming in, again the hand block. This hand coming in, boom. When that hand come to hit, he's in pain because his body weak now. I already showed you where the shoulder turn. From this, you use your shoulder to lean forward slightly, like this. Yeah, forward slightly. When you go forward slightly with your shoulder, this arm, now tense your arm, you have problem here to go like this, yeah? You will be, not going to happen. So when you go like this hand here, change the arm and that come in here. Grab on this side here, okay? And the arm in the back like this. This hand here, control, and then when you move back for slightly in here so you can see, show you. From here, push, like that. And that's when he will go back from this. That's when you boom, like that. When you work with this, on the Tai Chi combat side, nothing is impossible and nothing is not possible. It's about you. How much knowledge do you know about martial art? If you don't have enough knowledge and try to pretend you know some movement, then you can't do anything. So remember when you start to working, it no such things are not possible. If you want to make the movement work, you will find a way to do it if you know how. Let me show that again so you can understand me. Now on this movement, when you start to work, two things you remember coming in. First thing is block, hit. That's one important thing. Second thing, when you hit something, don't relax this hand because you get elbow to your face. Every time I do this, I remind you because I know you're not that clever. So you remember that to understand this. Otherwise, you have problem. When you hit into the body here, your shoulder right on his arm here, back the hand here, use that to forward. This hand, when he forward him like this, if he tense forward, he will relax because it's jerking the bone. Then this hand come across like this. When you come across, tense your arm, then this hand come in here to make him relax. Then, that's when you hear. That's when you go, boom. And that is all there is to it. Not very hard to do them. Very easy to practice, provided you understand it. If you haven't understanding it, spend more time to using understanding of your partner body. When you're understanding your partner body, you can move them around. Make sure that when he tense, you need to jerk them over with your body. Arm, so hit him, so when he relax, more relaxed he is, more chance for you to control him. I see you on next part of the DVD. In this part of the DVD, you're selecting a moment is on the Gen style Tai Chi. On this particular Tai Chi is Tai Chi Combat number 2. On this part, I will go through you on a basic exercise. It's very important to do this basic exercise properly, otherwise you will find difficult to perform on the form and application because your body is not flexible enough. I try my best to guide you along to show you a few of the basic exercise you need to practice. Okay, so otherwise you don't understand this basic exercise, you will find difficult to perform. Let me show you here how to do them. Now, if you're in this position already, okay, comfortable, leg wide apart like this, the first exercise I will show you is on a marble. Leg out like this wide. Make sure you're in wide position, okay, leg out like this. When in this position, leg apart, flat, further far you can, and hand either here or in that position like this. Doesn't really matter. Keep your hand here like that, be okay, and keep yourself in this position. Count yourself to 10, for instance, or 5. It all depends how long can you able to do this. This basic exercise basically work in this particular hand position. Okay, I will go through the hand position later. Get yourself in here and stay there for a bit and count yourself to 5. Say, for instance, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, if you're in this position here and you find it's starting to hurt in your leg here, that's good because you're doing something. Then you just rise your body up like this, okay, in this position like that. So that's called the rest position, okay, in the rest position. When you're in this position, you can start changing different part of the exercise. From here, you can come down from here in this position and then turn your leg one straight like this, like that, and one bend like this. Back in the center like that, and then basically drop your leg down like this, okay, in line like this. So you're in this position, out like that. Now, when you're in this position, you will find in line inside it, your leg here is uncomfortable, in pain, okay, slightly because your muscle is in this part of the body is very, very not strong enough. So you need to spend time to make sure it's strong. That's why you support your body this way. When you have enough of this exercise, this size, then you change your leg from here, change to this size, and make sure again this size is a straight line, okay? And then drop your leg down like this, in here, okay? So you go down like that. In this particular movement here, your leg point up this way, this knee this way, and then the leg straight like that. That's fine when you're in that position, okay? Now, when you get enough of that and you feel a little bit pain on the leg, again, like I mentioned, you go back to the rest position here. When you're in this rest position, try to stay there for a few seconds to get your leg slightly warmed down first, and then you start to go back to the position of your left when you go up, or you change in the position, okay? Now, I go back to this position again, as I just done on this side, and then change my knee slowly on this position. Now from here, what you're going to do is change yourself in a third position. Coming up like this, change your knee. From here like this, change your knee, pointed this way, okay? And your leg, this side, straight down, like this, okay? Shoulder must be square when you're in line like this, okay? Your hand can be here if you want, and one here, or two hands into your hip. Doesn't really matter, okay? Make sure that your shoulder is square. When you're in this position and you feel that you have enough of this, you turn your leg in this position and change. So you will in this position here. When you're in this position here, make sure that your leg is underneath this side here is stretching. Yeah, so you feel some slightly a tendon here. When you're in that position like this and feel some pain here, that's when you are doing something. Okay, so you know that you're doing something. Stay in this position as long as you're able to stay. Now you feel uncomfortable, then you go back to the rest position in this particular movement like that. Okay? When you're in the rest position like this, make sure that you don't stay too long in the rest position. Otherwise, when you go back again, your leg is not, it gets cramped. Yeah? So you stay there for a bit, and then you go back to the exercise you left. Now, as you just see the exercise, you just left it here. Okay? Now, when you're in this position here, you will go back and change to another position, another exercise. Go back to the center again as you normally start here. Okay? And then bring this toe up like this, and the leg drop down. The toe point up, leg drop down, and hand to the back. Okay? So you basically like this, in this line like this. Okay? Leg flat on the floor like this. Yeah? Toe point upward. Okay? Point upward like this. Leg flat on the floor. This particular movement here, your leg low, underneath it like this, like that, low, flat. Yeah? This is where you practice this particular exercise. But at the moment, we just exercise in a moment. You feel some pain coming here, slightly, because your leg is not that strong yet. So gradually, you will able to do them. If you got a problem on one side, and you change to this side, and you repeat exactly the same pattern again down here. When you practice with this particular exercise, not recommend to bump like this. Just nicely stay there, and then you feel a little bit better. Then you lean forward slightly, then you're able to go down low like this. Yeah. But at the moment, you stay in this position, now that we will be fine. Now, if you're there enough of this exercise, then you go back forward here, and then you go into the rest position again. Okay? Now, when you're in this rest position, you will feel that in this part of the body, feel a little bit in pain because you are stretching your weight in that, and that is basically not strong enough. Okay? Now, when you go in to work on this exercise, if you're not strong enough and can't go down that low, this doesn't really matter. Try to do as much as you can, okay? Do as much stretching, different stretching as you can before you come and do this exercise. Otherwise, you will find difficult to perform the movement because your body is not strong enough for that, okay? Now, I will go into the last exercise we left you. From here, your body in this particular here, as I just left you. Now from this particular movement, you go back into this here. You turn the feet back this way, then bring your body back like this. And basically, you're in the sort of like the weight in the back leg and nothing in the front leg, so you can bring your feet up like this. Okay, like that. So you have your hand into here, feet like this position. Okay. Now, if you stay there, you feel this bit of the leg here. Okay, it's very strong because your knee is supporting on that. Okay. Now you feel you have enough of that and feel in pain, you will change like here, change back to this position like this. So you change it opposite. Now from here, you can have your hand into your hip like this. Then you just basically that, it's got nothing there basically. Okay, and keep your hand like this. And stay there for a bit if you want. And if you have enough of this, you will go back to center position to rest. Okay? When you're in this rest position, try to make sure that your body weight upright and try to relax. Okay? Don't try to tense. Try to nice and relax. When you're understanding this basic movement, then you will be fine easily for you to perform. You can start to do the exercise over and over again. Now, I always recommend you to practice when you start. Is count to 5 on each exercise and then move on. Let me show you right from beginning, and then I will do 5 per time. When you're here, okay, get yourself in a comfortable position like this and stay there. Try to have yourself low as you can. Stay there. So go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? When you're in that position now, you're changing your body from here to turn to that. Drop your body nicely like this. Back straight. Keep it there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here, change the weight on this side like this, and then change your leg on this side. Okay? And back straight again. Don't lean. Keep your back straight like that. Stay there. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now when you're in that position, change your back to the center. That's where you're here. Bring your toe up like this and drop your body down. Okay? So stay there like that. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. From here, change the position you like, change back in here again, then you back in here, like that. Stay there. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now from here, lean forward to this position, straight forward in here, and stay there like this. Go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When you've done that, change the feet back here, and then in this position, okay? And you do exactly the same again to this. So count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now when you finish, back into here, so you know this position that you started from beginning, bring the feet inside like this, okay? Weight in the back leg, and then go back this position here and start like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. Now from here, change the feet in this position, back this way, and then start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. When you finish, you go back to the rest position. That's where you are. Now, on this particular exercise, you can spend as much time as you can and do as much as you can. The most important thing is, the more you spend on it, the better your body been conditioned. The better your body been conditioned, that's easier for you to perform. It's very simple. If you spend less time into it, you won't get your body to support your own body weight. When you transfer your body weight from one side to another, you will find difficult because your body don't get used to the weight distribute, okay? So you will find certain part of your body will in pain. That is the problem. So make sure you spend much time as you can on the exercise. Otherwise, you got problem. Practice on this as much as you can. I will see you on to the next lesson. On this part of the DVD you select in a moment, I will go through with you on the basic hand exercise. Now, I try my best to guide you along on the basic exercise on the hand. Make sure that when you practice, try to remember where the hand is supposed to be, where to go. Otherwise, you will find difficult to practice when you go into doing the form. Like I mentioned to you already, on all the exercise, if you have any problem, you will go back to the beginning of this part and then start again. The whole idea is learning the basic movement of the body in the hand. When you understand the basic, it will become more simple and easy for you. If you are ready and comfortable, let's begin. Now, the first one I want to go through with you is on to the sit down, leg out on the basic exercise on the single hand, okay? You do on the marble exercise, you've done some already on the basic exercise on the feet. When you're doing this particular one here, leg out like this, wide, so you're in this position, okay? Now, when you're in this particular position here, make sure your leg is flat like this, wide out like that. When you're in here, have your hand in this position, nice and comfortable like this. Keep your back straight, because that's very important. And then from here, we're going to go through the basic single hand exercise. So from here, this hand coming inside like this, and this hand come over the top, and then hand like this. So you're in this position. When you're in this position, make sure that you're in line and hand out properly. If you're not in line and hand not out properly, you will find very difficult to perform. Make sure when you do the exercise on the hand, it's the hand alone. From here, bring this hand down like this, turn, and then come out like that. Okay, we do 5. Go like that. 1, 2, down like this, then out. 3, down like this, and then out. 4, down like this, and out. Make sure I see you when I'm doing them. Only my hand moving. And then 5. Last one, back here, and then out. When you have your hand, make sure the hand is in this position. When you're in that position here, you will change your hand back, to this position. And then when using this hand come over here and then out like this. Okay, make sure the hand is out like this and come down like that. Go 1, twist and then out. 2, twist and then out. Nice and relaxed. And then 3, twist and then out. Like this. And then 4, twist, then out. And then 5. And then when you finish on this particular exercise, bring your hand back into here. Okay? Now I know that you cannot stay that long in this particular position. So what you do is go back to the rest position. Lift your feet up like this, in straight in line. When you lift your feet up like this, you in the rest position, give your leg some room so they can rest, so you don't have too much pain there. Otherwise, you get your leg cramped and you cannot perform. Next exercise we'll go through with you is a basic two-hand exercise. When you practice on a two-hand exercise, like I mentioned to you already, keep your back straight and only hand do the work. Okay, that's the whole idea of this. Now, when you're ready, go back to the position where you are again. Okay, and bring your hand back into here. Same where you left them on the first position. Turn this hand back like this here. Okay, when you have your hand into here coming down, when you get into here, change on this side back into here, like this. Okay, and then you repeat the same stamp on this side, like this. Okay, now when you're doing this particular movement, as you see, just the hand doing the movement, and your body will remain the same in the center. Hand down here, and then back like this. Okay, so the whole idea is your arm do the work, your legs stay where they are, and your body stay where they are. Okay, now you in this position now, let's do 5 when you're ready. So hand down like this, go down like that, go 1, and then back like this, 2, and then back like this, 3, and then back like this, 4, and then back like this, 5. Okay, try to practice as much as you can on this exercise. When you come back, hand into here, and then come up for the rest position, like this. When you practice, try to do as much as you can on that particular exercise. Okay, when you start to understanding that your leg is starting to give you some pain, that's meaning you are doing something good to your body. If you've got no pain, meaning that you don't done anything to your body. So make sure the pain is not because it's in pain. Pain is because your muscle in your body is start working. That's why you're in pain. When you feel a little bit over the limit, try to stop and then go back to the rest position. Like I mentioned to you before, try to get down as low as you can. If you can't get down that low, then don't need to go down that low. Gradually, you will build up, okay, when you work over time. That is the whole idea of this exercise. On this particular bit that you just done, try to do about 5, 6 particular movement. Or else you want to do more than that, then like 10, you do 10, okay? Gradually build up. But we recommend you do 3, 4, 5, or 10 movement on each side, and in that position you like. Now, on next exercise I will go through with you is on the move with the hand exercise. Okay. Now, on particular on the hand movement on the hand, when you start to come up and move with the hand, it's important to know your body turning. Okay. Now, if you're in that position, I just left you. Just stay where you are. Don't need to move much anywhere. Because you're in a rest position. Okay. Now, when you're here, ready, bring your hand nicely come up like this. Okay, this position. Now, when you're in this position already, okay, when you're in this position already, it's the whole idea is when you're in that position here, nice and comfortable, okay, here, and then come down like this. Now, when you come down like this, make sure your hand from here turn, and then come up like this position. Okay, this is hand position, hand like this, like you're holding a ball in the hand. Okay. Now, when you're in this particular movement here, this hand coming down like this, okay, and then this hand coming up like this. Okay, so from here, this hand coming down, this hand turn, and then you remain on this particular bit on this side like that. okay, on this exercise in here. Now, when you're in this exercise here, make sure that the hand in the shoulder height, the palm is coming out here, and other palm is here. Okay, this one come up like this, and this hand is like that. Now, when you're in here, you change. This hand open, and this hand come across like this. Okay, now, remember when you practice particular movement, make sure your body is straight. Don't lean toward it, just the hand to the work. And then coming back into here like this, and the hand, like you're crossing the hand of your body here. Okay, and then back, and then up like that. Okay, when you start to practice with this, on this movement, about 5 per time, you will get easily moving your body from one position to another position. Now, when you practice with this, make sure you're nice and relaxed and the hand in the right position. If your hand in the wrong position, when you do the form, you will find difficult. And that is the whole idea, is get your body conditioning in the right places. Now, let's do 5 together. Nicely coming up, and then nicely coming down. When you're coming down, this hand, turn and twist, like you're holding a ball. Turn this hand here, and back in this position, and then from here, we'll change to this position. Okay? And then you come back in this particular hand like this, and then hand down here. Okay? And then repeat again. Up here, and then coming down. Turn your hand and twist. Like you're holding a ball, twist your body into this position here, and then turn your body and then twist on this position here. When you've done that, bring your hand back into center here, and then out like that. Okay? And then repeat again. Up, and then nicely down, and twist your body and hand turn in the position like this, and then turn, and then back into here, and then back in the center like this, and then out. Okay, and then one more, up like this, and then nicely coming down, and twist. Okay, turn your hand back on this side here, and then turn your hand back in this side here, and then back into center here, and then out. Okay. And that is a basic hand exercise when you start to practice. Like I mentioned to you before, try to do much as you can. The more you do them, the easier it will get. That is the whole idea. If you don't spend enough time practice with it, you will find difficult, okay? And that's why in Tai Chi side, Tai Chi combat side particularly, you need to spend a lot of time practice. The more time you start to work, the more movement your body is able to move, then you can put some feeling into it, okay? Next exercise I will go through with you is on this particular exercise, okay? When you start, make sure you fit in that position like this, okay? One bend like this, and the other like this position, and you're in that position here. Hand out like that. Now, when you're in hand position out like that, this hand come from here, turn, okay, like this. Up, back into that hand in here, and then out like this. So you're in that position like hand like that, okay? Bring the feet into here, then out like this, then turn your hand like this, in that position. Bring your hand back in here, move your leg, and then come back like this. Okay, so you're in that particular movement like that, in the line. So your arm like this particular movement. Now when you get in that particular movement here, make sure the palm is out here and hand like this. Leg slightly low, okay? When you've done that, hand open, like this, and then coming up, like that, okay? So that is all that is that particular one there. It's quite simple to perform, provide you understanding how to transfer the weight from one side to another. Now, when you're in that position again, let's bring back your back in that line again here. Okay, hand like this. Okay, feet here. Make sure when your feet coming down low, don't lean forward or lean like that. Back is in line like this. Okay, hand in here. This hand is nicely like in here, back straight. Okay, When you're in that position here, this hand from here turn. So it's like you're holding the ball. When you come here, this hand coming inside here, coming down. So down like this, and then out like that. So you're in that position here like this. Lift your feet into here, out like that. So the weight still in this side. Okay? This hand transfer back in here. Okay? Weight like in that particular movement there, the weight go back. Then the weight go back into here. Come into hand here, and then this hand from here coming out. So you're in that position like that. Nice and simple, not hard at all when you practice. Okay? Hand into here, then back. Okay? When you practice with this exercise, as you can see, if you got the combat Tai Chi 1, it's already performed a lot of that already. Now, if you've done the combat Tai Chi 1 already, you will find this very simple because it's the same movement as you start on the combat Tai Chi 1. If you're not too sure, try to do as much as you can. Let me guide you along one more time so you can get a basic idea. When you start, okay, nice and easy with you, okay? Not too hard, so I go through slowly, step by step on this exercise because it's quite a lot of movement. Feet like this, bring your feet here. Okay, like this, so your back is straight, bend like this, yeah? Hand into here, okay? Palm like this, here. Basically, hand like this, into this line here. Very simple. When you're in this particular here, turn your hand down like this. As you come into here, like you're holding like this, okay? In this particular, see? Here, very simple. From here, this hand coming over, go underneath, okay? This hand stay where you are. This hand is moving here, okay? Now from here, this hand coming up, like this, like that. Hand here, okay? Very simple. Feet coming inside, back into here, then come back as that. 1, the weight come over, come back as that. 2, weight come over, and then come out like that. 3, and hand in that position. Now when you have your hand, this hand in that position, make sure the palm is like this, okay? Like this, look cripple. Like this, look more better. So when you hand like that, out like that, palm, nicely out like this. So you can stretching the muscle of your hand, yeah, on this position there. Come into here, come up. So you always remain back to the rest position. So you rest. You can cut from here, okay, and then come back like this if you want to. This would really matter which way you do them. But because if you want to stay in one place and follow me, then you have to stay in that particular places. Otherwise, you could go back and forward, and you get confused. Okay? Now, next exercise I will go through with you is a basically hand and stepping exercise. When you start to practice with this particular exercise, we'll make it simple a little bit for you to work on the hand and you move. Okay? Otherwise, you don't understand how to move. Now, of course, when you work with this here, try to have the idea of the hand, where the hand moves. As you know, you already know how to practice with this particular hand already. Okay, hand like this already. Okay? Now, what we're going to do is work exactly the same side, like you're in the line like here already. Okay, like feet out like this, and hand like this. Okay? Back like this. Okay? Same thing as you're doing on this particular movement there. Now, when you come in it here, bring this feet from this side, opposite where the hand is, step back like this, and the hand will go forward like this, okay? So you're coming back. So when you're coming back from the hand here, this feet coming out here, and this hand coming like this, okay? Hand like this, and then come back like that. Now when you start to practice with this, it's going to be quite difficult for you to see the whole body movement more. So when you're selecting when you're doing the outside, when you're jumping in a movement, I will explain to you a bit more about it, but I just move on a bit from here to the hand so you got a rough idea. Now from here, when you start from this side here, so a little bit easier for you to understand, yeah? When you start on this hand here, this side, okay, from here, turn this hand over, and then move your feet back like this, yeah? When you move the feet back, make sure that feet go behind, not in front, yeah? Behind, like that. When you're going behind here, this hand go like this. Look where the hand as well when you move. Then this side, come back when you come in here, and then turn your body, and then back, like this, yeah? So when you come back this side like this, you work exactly the same when you start to work. Back here, and then back. Okay, and then back this way, like this. Then come back on this side. The whole idea is when you start to work with this, is the hand, when you're coming over like this, that's when the feet come back, yeah? So from here, back, okay, when you come in here. From here, coming back, like this, yeah? And then like this. So when you start to work, we go 1, then back, here. Now when you start to work with both hands together on that, when you work like this, exactly the same. Let me get them back on this particular movement here on the side so it's easy for you to go and see. When you work with this, it's a 2-hand exercise, like this. When you chop up, yeah? That's just done just now. From this exercise here, when you practice here on the hand like this, and the same thing when you start to work, okay, it's the feet together with the hand. So when in that particular movement, your leg already out like this already. So your hand in this position, yeah? All you do is just transfer the hand and feet out like this. Back, and then hand back, and then feet out like this. Then back like that. 1, here, and then back like this. And then from here, just go back, both hands, feet, back, like this, and then hand back, and then forward like this. Over, and then out. And then again, back again, here. 1, this side, then back, and then back, okay? That's where, when you work with a hand like this, yeah? So the hand basically like 1, 2, 1, 2, like this. And all you do is just put a feet back. When you go this side, feet back, this side, as you're moving, okay? When you start to work with this movement, you will have more room outside. So I just illustrate the basic for you. When you got time, you went out, it's become easier for you to work. Otherwise, you will find difficult to, when you start to have the hand, it will be difficult for you to work, okay? Now, when you start to work with this particular movement on the hand side, onto the movement, on this bit part there is quite difficult, so I will guide you along here. So it will be easier for you when you practice with a form, we come simple a little bit. Now, so when you start to in that position, hand like this, and this hand come over, and this hand come over like this, okay? This hand like this. Now, when you start here, make sure you're in this particular movement again, okay? Like apart like this. When you get yourself apart like this already, this hand come forward like that. So you basically learn how to twist with your waist. Hand here, and then this side down, and then this hand here. This side down, and this hand here like this. Yeah, basically this hand like that. Okay? Now this exercise basically helping you to throw people or slam people down and so on. That's why you need to turn your waist, more of your waist. But 1 like that, and then 2, and then 1 like this. It's very simple movement like this. Okay? Movement like that. Now when you start understanding this particular movement already, you will start to understanding the body because you get used to low. Okay, like this. So the idea is when you go 1 like this, and you go back 2 like this exercise. Okay, like this. Like that. Okay. Now when you start to practice a lot of this, you get used to your waist get to start to twist. So that's why your arm like this slamming. When you see it on the application, you will see a lot of that when you start to work. More time you practice with turn your waist like this with the hand, together with the body will become easier a little bit on this particular exercise. Otherwise, you will find difficult if you start moving along on it. You don't know how to move your body on around it, the body on around, turning, the twisting. Okay. Next exercise I'll show you is basically stand when you start in that particular movement like this, as you just done just now, for instance, exercise like this, and learn how to lift the hand up like that. Okay. Now, when you here, practice this particular movement here, make sure you lift this feet up, yeah, and this hand coming up, like that, okay? So the hand like this, so lift up like that, up. Now when you come up like this, make sure your hand and feet, okay, coming down, and then this hand come up like that. So when you hear the hand up, up and the feet come up together. So when you hear up like that, 1, up like that, okay? Hand like that up. Then back here again, show you again. On this exercise, when you come up, forward, lift the feet up, this hand coming down, up, then up, like that, okay? This exercise like that. And then back. So we got to 2 on this so you can get the idea. So up, slowly, and then fast, and then back again like this. Okay? So you come up slowly like this, and then fast, like that. Okay? Hand like that up, and then back again on this particular movement here. So I'll show you one more on this, up. Okay? And then from there, and you go back to that position. Now, when you start to practice with this particular thing, try to practice as much as you can, I say. If you don't spend enough time practice, you will find difficult to move your body around, okay? If you have problem with doing or this exercise, start when it finish, you will go back to the menu and then go back to that again and then practice over and over again. You spend about a couple of weeks on this basic exercise, your body will be conditioned and be strong. When it's strong, it's going to be easy for you to work. And that's all there is to it. Okay? I will see you on to the next lesson.